to Coffee Break with Researchers. Today, I'm having a coffee break with Anna Persson. She's a lecturer at the School of Industrial Design and the director of the International Master Program at Lund University.
Coffee Break with Researchers presents you with unique insights from the world of academia and higher education. We ask researchers directly and in a personal manner about their work. We make scientific knowledge accessible to all.
Anna, thank you very much for accepting this invitation to my coffee break. How are you doing?
Good, very well, thank you.
As usual, I'm having black coffee, although today I don't know where is it from. Are you having any coffee today?
I am. It's about the 9th cup from the 5th floor, afternoon fika break with milk, very important, otherwise I'm a sad person.
That's nice to know. Anna, I want to talk with you today about the integration of Sustainable Development Goals and Agenda 2030 into teaching at the Lund University. I find this topic really, really interesting. And so I want to start by asking you how this integration happened. How did you integrate the Sustainable Development Goals into your education program?
Well, that's a huge question, but I would say that the goals are relevant. They're relevant to the whole world, and they play very well in order to address them. The design process and design thinking really lends itself to think and to bring in a lot of different perspectives. So even if we don't necessarily have a course that says SDGs, they're always in the background.
Wow, that's indeed a very big goal, so I'm very happy to hear that. And can you specifically describe this design project for me, please? What is it about?
Yes, so last fall we had the great opportunity to work with the newly launched Innovation Centre from UNOPS, who started right here in Lund, and through alumni at Sony, we made a 3-way collaboration, and that was a way to really get down and dirty with the goals, having this expertise, which is all about, and having the students subjected to that and being able to ask questions and getting feedback on their project and design solutions from the perspective of, or the lens of, these goals.
Thank you for that. And it seems to be a very challenging endeavor. So why did you choose to do this collaboration? What was the main purpose of all of this?
Well, we try to bring in different or do collaborations on an annual basis. We like to keep these big design projects that make up the larger part of the MA program open and to be able to grasp these opportunities, and often on quite a last-minute basis. And that is that's the only way you sort of learn. As a teacher, you also need to be in a constant state of learning. And by working with others, that's how you do it. And it's also goal 17.
That sounds very impressive. And now let's think of students and the main insights for them. So what do you think will be the most valuable thing or attribute of a program to students or course participants? What would you say to them if they were now in front of you?
Well, I mean, it is a question for the students, of course, but I would say that it's humbling to see how difficult it is, and that it's easy to say, even talking about solutions, that is not always the case. You start solving one problem and you cause another, and this is a nice and safe space to explore that in, and to be able to get the expertise both from business, as in Sony, and from UNOPS, and seeing how different that feedback is, and then on top from us teachers, and then trying to collaborate or to get that all together in one project.
Anna, thank you for clarifying that. Now I'm very interested in knowing how you do all of this. Can you please describe the pedagogical methodology that you use in the project?
Well, the short way to do that is the main thing you want to learn as a designer is to embrace uncertainty. And that's what a creative process does for you. It's trusting that this next step will lead you forward and not knowing where you're beginning from. So you get confronted in this case with huge challenges such as education in rural areas or the prospect of flooding in the future, or which is of course already happening. And then being able to, from that, bring in focus on some small thing. What can you do? So we had a student who did how can people communicate during heat waves using social media platforms, and how can we build on that? And then of course with Corona it became even more relevant, and which gave it a very sort of real life application.
Wow, that's indeed something relevant to think about and to do it. So thank you for clarifying it. Finally, I would like you to tell us a little bit about your experience with developing the project.
Well, the experience in this one in particular, and really getting deeper into the sustainability development goals, is gaining that respect for how hard it is and what difficulties and challenges are facing us, but also the importance of really working together. So maybe you can't do it by yourself. You see these colored dots, but there are people in Lund right now that are experts, and this sort of reaching out, even if it's on an informal level, and making these connections. So, and maybe just reflecting, how are you, what goals relate to what you do, and what more can you do?
And I thank you very much for those valuable insights, and I wish you all the best in your project and this really inspiring project. And I hope to see you next time in a coffee break. Bye-bye.
Yes, thank you. Bye.
Thank you for watching. If you're interested in more details about this project, you can find it here below. Thank you and see you next time. Bye-bye.